Hi viewers, in this video, I'm going to talk about the one of the important topics in human resource management. That is, what are the functions of human resource management? Of course, basically everyone knows about what you mean by human resource management. One of the important resource of every organization, and they are acting as their backbone of every organizations in getting an effective and efficiency output as a result. Here, in this, I'm going to talk about how this human resource management are functioning effectively in the organizations, right, in a different way now. There are two major functions are there, which is talking about a managerial function and then the operative function. Under each functions, there are various kind of activities or process takes place by the HR department in every organization. We discuss one by one in this. First, under the managerial functions, we know if you take any companies, every companies under the management level, right, they have to make some plan, and for that planning, they have to organize the resource, to utilize those resource, and to execute it, and to make them to happen, you need to have a control and direction, and finally, there should be a supervisors or the high level officials to follow up on their activities. So these are the things comes under managerial functions. Planning, of course, they need to have a plan where they can able to decide well in advance about what they have to do, and to work out or to execute those work they need to have a couple of resources where they need to use a function called organizing function, where every manager, supervisors, team leaders has to gather the resource and they have to form the team to execute that particular action plan. The third important function under managerial function is directing. That means which is helpful for the members to get a instruction guidelines from their supervisor superior and getting a proper directions how to work out with this plan to get the result. So directing function. Final one is the controlling functions where you need to follow a certain regulations in their work and they need to achieve the goals of the organization. This is the things comes in a managerial function. When you talk about operative function, there are certain activities taking place by the HR department, right, on a certain period, right? These things are called as operative functions, where they need to follow this activity to ensure that all this right plans and it has been operating or it has been running right regularly on a daily basis. For that, the first important operative function is going for recruiting and selecting the candidates. You have planned, this is the responsibility, this is the action plan of this year. To fulfill this, we need this much resource in terms of financial resource and managing human resource. When you're finding out human resource, you need to find out how many people you need under the lower level, how many people you need under the middle level, how many people you need at the top level. Based on this, the company's HR department has to go for a inviting the applicants to apply for the job, and also they have to select the candidates for the respective designation. That is also a part of the operative function. Once it is done, the second important operative function is job analysis. They need to describe what is the nature of the job. Once they, before giving appointment or before explaining them what is their responsibility, they have to mention what is the requirements from the company side to place them in the respective designation. Job analysis. Third important operative function is the job design. So they have to give the overview of their responsibilities and then the tasks. So being an employee, being a manager, being a supervisor, being a team leader, what actually they have to do, how to monitor their work, and what kind of response they have on a regular basis. They have to explain through the job design. This is the operative function. Fourth one is, of course, once they performed well every year, once in a 6 months or once in a year, companies can go for appraisal system to recognize their work, their performance. That is also one kind of operative function. And the next one is the training and development, wherever the trainings is required for the employees to upgrade and enhance their skills, they need to have this particular operative functions, which is makes their human resource employees workforce more and more effective and also able to cope up with the latest technology in handling the things. And wage and salary administration is also another operative functions where it is helpful for them to know about what is their grade, how much pay they will get to fulfill their basic things. And all this information about the incentive bonus also they need to. And employee welfare, that is also another operative functions where it fulfills the human resource employees basic needs and wants by giving a benefits, certain facilities, all this thing. Maintenance, it's a duty of every companies and also HR department to monitor and to ensure that people, the employees in the companies are performing well and they are in a good position. They're able to do the things with the environment what they have. And they should have a very good relationship also with the employee as well as the employer as well as the industries also. That can happen by fulfilling the basic needs and wants, giving a proper working condition, proper working environment, other facilities. So labor relations is also one of the operative function. So these are the various functions, right, where they have to follow under the operative categories. And even a personal research also, they can do a lot of research about the human resource employees, and they can bring a lot of revisions, updation, changes in their working pattern, working culture, designation, task. That is also another important part of operative function. And maintaining the individual employees' record is also another important operative functions. Right. So everything should know about by the companies, right, about their designation, which department they're working, all this. So these are all the part of operative function. The third important function called advisory functions, where top management or the head of the department or any person who's associated with the company at the higher level designation as an advisory or as a well-wisher, they can give some tips and guidance to the companies, right, to bring changes or updations and assessing their performance, evaluating their regular work, and also to bring changes in their actions so that they can ready to cope up with the futures, with the upcoming changes, with the upcoming trends. So this is what the advisory functions, which is given by the top level management also, and also the department heads. Right. I hope this video helpful for you to understand the key functions of human resource management. Right. We will discuss another important topic in HRM in the next video. Thank you.